Welcome to another episode of Number 1 Best Comic. I'm vmcampos. This is the series where I show you a great issue number 1 from my collection. This is Vampirella number 1 from Harris Comics in 1992. Vampirella is a character that has been around since the 60s. Laying dormant for a while, we have all new first full-color issue of Vampirella, covered by Adam Hughes. Let's take a look inside. We first get an introduction or a reintroduction to Vampirella from Melanie Crawford Chadwick, writing about how this issue of Vampirella brings her into the 90s, a more modern Vampirella. Harris Publications was the successor to Warren Publications, where Vampirella first appeared. And in this iteration, the first full-color monthly comic of hers, the creative team is Kurt Busiek, script, Louis Small Jr., pencils, Jim Ballant inks, Kevin Cunningham letters, Digital Chameleon colors, and Melanie C. Chadwick editor. So this is standard bad girl 90s fare, bringing back a classic character, but bringing her into the 90s. This was the age of Lady Death and the whole Chaos Comics crew. So it's interesting to see how one of these classic sexy characters was reinvented for the 90s. She fit in pretty well at that time. There's a letters page in the middle of the story, which is often odd. What's odd also is sort of mixing this fantastical character with a whole new time period, and in the meta age of comics, here we have Kane is coming, spring 93. Kane, Cable, never mind. Now this book has intact the free poster certificate, where you can get a Dave Stevens poster of Vampirella. And it's fascinating to see these characters that have really fallen by the wayside, such as Twister, number 1 on sale now. The art ranges from very good to very average, and the plot is rather slow to get started, because after all, this was going to be a long-running monthly series. There's a lot of globe-trotting, and you really wonder how that costume manages to stay on. And of course, the last boss is Dracula himself. Looks like the Christopher Lee version somewhat. And look at this, early Japanese animation ads. And so that was Vampirella number 1 from Harris Comics in 1992. And this has been number 1 Best Comic. I'm vmcampos. See you next time.